acknowledge the Yungle people, where the didgeridoo comes from, Yidiki. Acknowledge those old people. We smoke. The smoking ceremony is about bringing people together. It's about goodwill and acknowledging and sending healing to the people that have passed and to the people that are here today. My brother Wes also opened up with the classics ancient communication tools. We went out to the east, the west, the south, the north, and acknowledged grandfather son, acknowledged new men who fought and sacrificed their lives for the betterment of our country. My red headband that me and Wes are wearing, that represents respect. In my culture, our number one respect is respect for our women. Because in my culture, women come first, then men. You know? It's not an Aboriginal thing, it's a human being thing if we don't look after the country together. I see a lot of children here. What sort of country are we leaving there? Young people to look after the country because it'll look after us. Our next respect is respect for each other. I know underneath my skin, I've got a mind, so if I've got to leave you with something, we acknowledge all the old people that fought and sacrificed their lives, but we also acknowledge the old people here that sacrificed their lives as well. So thank you for allowing me to...
Including ex and current servicemen and women, and of course to our local students from the local schools. Ladies and gentlemen, today we cast our minds back to this day in 1915, when in pre-dawn darkness, a daring Allied assault began on what was the inhospitable Gallipoli Peninsula in faraway Turkey. They did that while war across Europe continued to rage. It was a day that inspired incredible bravery from the 16,000 young Australian and New Zealand troops who ran headlong into unimaginable danger. It was a day that showed the world what was to be the unbreakable spirit of two young and emerging nations. And it took a terrible toll. There were 8,700 Australians and 2,700 New Zealanders who would be killed at Gallipoli. Never able to see their families again, never able to see their loved ones, and never able to fulfil the promise of their young lives. Many soldiers were injured and were nursed back to health by more than the 2,800.
It's not working. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry about that. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and more importantly, to the future of this country, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me on this very important day. Anzac is a time to join with our fellow Australians to express gratitude for the service of more than 1.5 million personnel, people like you and me, who served our nations in all wars, conflicts, peacekeeping and humanitarian operations. We remember more than 103,000 men and women who have sacrificed their lives and those who have been wounded in the service of our nation. On the 25th of April, 1915, a group of volunteer Australian and New Zealand soldiers found themselves wading ashore before...
Missing. I can't think where it could have got to. Then a bit of iron in my shoulder and in my arm. One hole through my right hand. 3 bits of iron in my hip. 1 in my groin. 4 in my thigh. And a limp above my ankle. It sounds like a lot, but very nearly healed now, and I can walk about and go for motor rides. It was a good scrap while it lasted, but I did not see much of it. I'll never forget the yell that went up when she, the Emden, ran ashore. It made me forget I was wounded. I'm having a glass eye fitted next week, so we'll be used to it by the time I see you again. Remember me to all at Ryde and cheer up. I'll be playing football in another week. In May 1942, at the age of 51, Thomas enlisted in the Australian Army and served with 8th Garrison Battalion, Coast Defence, until his discharge in September 1945. He died in Newcastle in 1961. Thomas Gascoigne is remembered in one of these plaques at Anzac Park. Lest we forget.
The 6th Battalion was the next to torn. It was me who drew the card. We took a number, so order before we left. The townsville lined the footpaths as we marched down to.
To provide our Australian Defence Force commemorative address, I invite Lieutenant Colonel Brooke Steele, Commanding Officer of 8th Operational Support Unit, to the stage. To provide our Australian Defence Force commemorative address, I invite Lieutenant Colonel Brooke Steele, Commanding Officer of 8th Operational Support Unit, to the stage.
Honour boards dedicated to Eastwood and North Ryde war heroes. For this council, lest we forget is much more than a deeply meaningful phrase, and we are determined to maintain a strong and lasting commitment to preserve the memories and deeds of those who fought and continue to fight for our way of life. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that Anzac Day yesterday. I know this is pretty long video, so I keep it short. Send this to everyone you know. It's so interesting. Thank you for watching me. Lest we forget. We never know how many people we lost. But we will never forget, lest we forget. Like and subscribe for more documentary type videos, and I'm trying new videos. This is my garden. I'm trying new. Let me know if you like to watch more documentary videos, or do you want to see fun videos and interesting videos. Oh, this is a better view. Everyone, like and subscribe for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching. Thanks. send this to your family. Press the subscribe button, and I'm happy for you.